Lovely to see you all. Marianne, I can see you've just come in. Lovely to see your name. I can't see you, but I can see your name, so that's good. Now we've just got about a minute or so. So again, gather anything that you would like. We just give ourselves a moment. And sometimes during the practice, a few people might sign in late. So if you see me kind of hovering by the keyboard, it's just to let a few latecomers in, just so that everyone gets to come in and enjoy a little practice. So I've mentioned if anyone has any injuries or ailments, anything they're working with, please do just move with care, be gentle with yourself, and just pose to pose. If anything doesn't feel right, if it doesn't feel comfortable, then just come out. You can rest, you can breathe, you can come into a slightly different pose. So just know this is really just a practice for you. The best magic we can connect to is just connecting with ourselves and what feels right for us, or just exploring what might feel right for us, because sometimes we're not sure. Sometimes it takes a little time to find that connection. So we'll work towards that today. Beautiful. So I make that the top of the hour. So it is time, my darlings, for our Yoga for Witches. Thank you so much for joining me today on this, our first of what will hopefully be many beautiful and easeful yoga and meditation practices around our theme of finding a little magic on the mat. So today's focus will be the chakra of Manipura. This is our solar plexus chakra, and it lives just above our belly button and just kind of below, I'm going to say below the bra line. I think most of us are ladies here, but it's just below the sternum or the bra line and just above the belly button. So it's right kind of here in our center point. Now Manipura translates from Sanskrit as the city of jewels. So this is a really beautiful idea of this center being this sparkling light, our inner sun, our inner fire. And we can stoke this inner fire with easeful practice, just to gently kindle and ignite our inner fire, and just work with this lovely idea of this spark that we hold within us. And sometimes it might be just a little flickering ember, sometimes it might feel like a raging fire, depending on how we may wish to use it or how our energy is feeling. So that little focus will be there for our solar plexus chakra, but we'll also work through various parts of the body as we move easily today. So we're going to start our practice just in what we call Sukhasana, our easy seat. So this is cross-legged if that is comfortable for you. Feel free to bring any cushions or blankets if you'd like to sit on something, if that helps you feel comfortable. So our sit bones are settled in the earth, but we are rising tall through our center. So imagine somebody you love is pulling you by a thread through the top of the head. We're gently rising through our center, rooting to the earth, but rising to the sky through the crown. You can rest the hands wherever is comfortable, so on knees, on lap, whatever feels like a good place for you. And if you're comfortable to do so, we'll start by just closing the eyes. And we're just going to start by drawing our energy, our attention, and our awareness inwards. And we may start this little journey of drawing inwards, perhaps by imagining a circle around us. This might be a circle of light or of color. And everything outside of this little circle, so any noise from our day, any stresses or worries or to-do lists or schedules or emails, We're just going to leave them outside of the circle. So we might pop them at the side of the room, or just let them fall away outside of the circle. And then within our circle, we're just drawing our energy and our attention and our awareness inwards. Inwards towards our body. And this is a lovely time just to check in with how the body is feeling today. If anyone has any injuries or areas of tension or tightness, we'll just take a note to treat those areas with a little extra love and patience today. We'll draw our awareness inwards towards the breath. Just allowing the rise and fall of the breath to be unhurried. So just taking your time with each inhale to fill the lungs, and with each exhale to empty the lungs. We can allow our awareness to be drawn to our mind and our thoughts, and just cast them outside of our little circle of awareness, of calm. Trying to let go just a little bit of the noise and busyness of the day to allow us to bring our focus inwards. And finally, just to draw that awareness inwards towards that golden chakra, our solar plexus, just above the belly button. You might imagine it in its icon form as a golden lotus flower. It might be that we envisage it as a little flame, a little fire, a little burning ember, maybe a little tiny sunshine within, and you can visualize it in any way that speaks to you. As you might imagine, our inner fire is our inner drive, our passion and excitement for moving into the world. And simply by bringing our awareness to this chakra, we can help nurture and nourish, drawing in a little energy and attention towards the chakra. Can just help us kindle those flames should we feel we need to. So as we take just a few more breaths here, this awareness to body and breath and solar plexus, we'll aim to just gently carry it through our practice. And just hold this care and patience for ourselves with us through our practice. There is nothing you have to do. We're just taking our own steps on our journey. So just when you feel ready to do so, if the eyes are closed, we'll gently open them. Keeping this nice tall spine, we're just going to take a little spiral twist. I'm going to attempt to mirror you. So we'll take our right hand and we'll take it on the outside of the left knee. The left hand is going to go on the earth behind us, and we are going to take a spiral twist round to the side of the room. You can start with either side, so don't worry too much about your lefts and rights. We'll just take a little spiral. So we're creating this spiral twist from the very base of the spine all the way up to the little bones at the very top of the neck. And the very top bone of the neck that supports the skull is called the atlas bone. just like the God of ancient times that supported the whole world on his shoulders. We can just ease out through these lovely supporting bones of the spine, this little spiral twist. From here, we're going to gently unravel. We'll take it round to the other side. A few easeful breaths. So the hand on the knee is just helping you get that little spiral round. And then the hand on the earth behind you is just helping you lift tall through the spine. So we want that spine to be nice and tall as it twists to keep it nice and strong. Beautiful. So from here, we'll just unravel back to center. So here from our seat, we're going to take a few what we call Sufi circles. I want you to imagine that your pelvis is like a bowl or indeed a cauldron, and then our spine is going to gently stir around that cauldron. So almost as if we had a hula hoop around our waist, and we're just very easily spiraling it round. And you can take this as gently or as big a movement as you like. It's absolutely up to you. And we're really just working to mobilize the hips and spine, so it doesn't matter how accurately we're portraying someone hula hooping or stirring a cauldron. We're just finding a little movement that feels nice. Beautiful. So whatever way you're circling right now, let's just take it the opposite way. So if you're going clockwise, we'll go anti-clockwise. If you're not sure, it doesn't matter. We can just freestyle. Just let that movement roll around. Just drawing up and stirring up a little energy to rise through our body, through all the chakras. But definitely to bring a little light to the solar plexus. Beautiful. So let's come back to center for a moment. Let's take that idea of stirring the cauldron a little further. So let's take the legs out wide. And this is just what is wide for you. So be easeful. If you want to bring the legs in a little closer or a little wider, feel free to take your time. Sit bones still rooted in the earth. What we're going to do here is we're going to clasp the hands together at our heart. And then imagine that there is a giant cauldron in front of you, between your feet. And we have this lovely big stirring wand, and we are going to reach around, right around the edges of this cauldron. We want to stir up our potion. Beautiful. We're going to keep going in the same direction. So we're going to do some nice circles one way. Just moving into the hips a little bit. Take it as gently as you like. Wide legs can sometimes feel a little strong, so just take it as easily as you want to. Beautiful. So whatever way you're going, we're going to take it the opposite way now. Stirring up that cauldron. It's just a nice way to come into a kind of forward fold, but in a moving way. It can be a little more easeful. It might not feel as strong as static forward fold. It's going to be quite nice just to bring that movement in. And obviously we all look like full-on yoga witches when we do it. So that's, that's a bonus as well. Beautiful. So just the next time the hands come back to heart center, we'll stay upright. Beautiful. Let's just release the hands here. Beautiful work, everybody. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the legs together. So imagine you're kind of creating a capital L shape. So sit bones are still rooted in the earth. We're extending our legs and we're tall through the torso. Beautiful. So what we're going to do from here, I won't mirror you here, I'll just explain what I'm doing. So we're just soften through the left knee to bring the sole of the left foot onto the earth. Beautiful. And then what we're going to do, we're going to step the left foot on the outside of the straight right leg. Perfect. You've got it. So from here, my right hand's going to go on the earth behind me. Again, the hand's just helping me be nice and tall with the spine. Beautiful. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wrap our hand around that bent knee and just use the knee to spiral twist. Beautiful. So two options here. You can stay with this hugging movement with the knee, drawing it in. If you want to take it a little further, we can take the hand to the sky as if we were going to give somebody a high five and use the elbow to really guide around that twist. So it might feel a little stronger, again, as we take that spiral twist through the spine. What happens when we take these twists is that we're gently wringing out the organs of our core, just giving them a little gentle pressure, a little gentle twist, as well as that beautiful spiral twist through the spine. Beautiful. So what we'll do from here is we'll just gently unravel so we are facing the toes of that straight leg once more. We're just going to swap it over here. So let's extend the left leg, we'll soften the right knee, and then we'll draw the foot over the leg. Beautiful. So again, the hand is going on the earth behind us, and then we're going to hug that knee. You guys are going to be turning the opposite way now. I'm just going the same way so I can still see you guys. Beautiful. So again, option to hug the knee and use that to guide the spiral, or hand as if you're doing a high five and using that elbow to help you spiral a little further. There's always loads of versions of every pose so that we can find the one that works best for us. It's not that one's better or worse than any other. Beautiful. So once again, we're going to unravel back to face the toes of that straight leg. And then we're going to extend both legs once more. So now both legs are straight along the ground. What we'll do from here, nice tall spine, we'll bring the hands to the earth. And then we're just going to hinge from our hips. We're just going to walk the hands forward. We can rest the hands on the legs or on the earth. We can grab hold of feet if we want to, whatever feels comfortable. And we'll just let the head hang heavy. So we're just letting go of any tension we might be holding on to in the neck, but also perhaps any tension within the jaw or the face. We're just letting the upper body melt over those straight legs. And we're just going to take a few more breaths here if that's comfortable. If you ever feel like you need to bring extra props for support, or you just want to come out of the pose for a little bit, that's lovely as well. It's your practice. Feel free to listen to your body. And then from our forward fold, let's just gently rise up through head and heart. So we're coming back to the capital L. Beautiful. So from here, what we'll do, we're going to soften both knees. We're going to come into a very easeful balance to start, and then maybe offer some options to take things a little more challenged. So with the sit bones settled in the earth, we're just going to start with what we call the balancing egg. So we're just going to draw the knees to the heart and just float the feet off the ground. So we're finding that little sweet spot of balance on the sit bones. We're nice and tall through the spine. This is just a nice easeful balance. Hopefully this feels quite easeful, quite calm. But all balance is good for just helping us switch on that sense of gravity. If you want to take it a little further, we can extend the arms in front of us. So we've got to draw on the core and our inner thigh a little bit to keep those knees tucked in. If you want to take it further still, we can bring the legs to right angle, or we can straighten the legs in Navasana, boat pose. So it's like a V shape. We're going to take a few slow breaths wherever we are. So you can come to boat pose, you You can come halfway, you can stay in the balancing egg, no pressure. Do exactly what feels right for you today. Breathe. Remember those deep, easeful breaths we started the practice with. Draw into that inner fire, draw into the breath. Beautiful. Let's hug those knees back into the egg. Whew, good work, everybody. So from here, just checking that you've got safe space behind you. We're going to roll backwards onto the earth or onto our mat. So we're just creating a little tuck here. I'll just shifty forwards a little bit. There we go. So we're in our little tuck, and we can just take a little movement here if we want to. So we might rock the knees side to side. We might circle the knees. You might feel like you want to wiggle your toes. Whatever feels nice for you. And then from here, we're going to move into our happy baby pose. So what we'll do is we're going to draw the knees wide, so we're going to tuck them in towards the armpits. From here, if it's comfortable, we'll shine the soles of the feet to the sky, and then we're going to take hold of the outside edges of the feet. If that feels a little too much, feel free to take hold of your ankles or the back of your thighs. We're just thinking about finding some space within the hips. Beautiful. And then from here, you can continue that little rock and roll side to side, or little movement if you like, or you can just hang out in stillness. It is absolutely up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with. We're going to hang out here for just a few more breaths, and you can be moving or still, depending on what feels best for you. Beautiful. So from here, what we'll do is we'll release the feet. We're going to bring the knees back together. We're going to hug the knees back in towards the heart. Lovely. So from here, if it's comfortable, for a few breaths, we're going to bring our forehead in to meet our knees. So we're creating this teeny tiny little shape like a seed. Beautiful. A teeny tiny shape. And then from our teeny tiny shape, just nice and easily, we're going to expand out. So what we're going to do is we're going to stretch the arms overhead and stretch the legs out. We might be wide like a starfish, or we might be a long line, whatever feels nice for you. We'll just reach out through our fingertips, through our toes, as if we have ever so easily exploded into a star, sparkling and shining. Take some lovely easeful breaths. You can wiggle if you want to, or stretch, whatever feels nice. Beautiful. So what we'll do from here, we're just going to bring our hands to our solar plexus chakra. So we're just going to take our hands to rest just above the belly button, or anywhere nearby that feels comfortable. From here, we're going to bring the legs together and just soften through the knees so the soles of the feet come to the earth. Beautiful. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to let the knees fall out either side like a butterfly, and the soles of the feet will come together. So we just let the knees fall either side, easeful. Beautiful. If you need any support, feel free to bring cushions or blankets underneath the knees. The option is there for you. But here, as we breathe, we may feel that rise and fall of the breath, of the tummy and chest, but also the gentle warmth of our solar plexus, our inner fire. But we may also feel the warmth of our hands upon our tummy, upon the solar plexus. So we have both the inner heat and the inner energy within, those rhythms of the breath and the heartbeat and the sparks within. But we also have the warmth and weight and solidity of the hands upon this space. It's a little connection between our energy within and the solidity and strength and steadfastness of our body. Within us, we connect to those elements of fire and air and water as the blood rushes through our veins. And then perhaps maybe our hands and the earth beneath us are the element of earth, the solidity, the strength, the grounding. This easeful reclining pose is one of my favorites, known as the reclining goddess. We can connect to a little bit of goddess energy if we wish. We have the earth strong and solid beneath us. Gaia, Mother Earth, Pachamama, Terra. But we have the beautiful fires and heat within the flames of Goddess Bridie or Fiery Pele. And as we settle here upon the earth, what we'll do, my darlings, is we'll move, if we're comfortable, just from our reclining goddess to a place to draw to our meditation. So if you are very happy here in reclining goddess, you can stay here. If you'd like to straighten the legs and let the arms fall, you can let them fall. If you'd rather take your meditation seated, feel free to be seated. If you'd like to gather jumpers or socks or blankets or a sip of tea, anything you would like, feel free just to journey easefully with no hurry towards the place where you can be easefully for about 10 minutes or so. We'll take a lovely easeful meditation here. There is no rush. There is never any rush. Beautiful. So just as you allow yourself to settle into a place that feels comfortable for you, a place that feels warm and safe for you to be, if it's comfortable to do so, we'll close the eyes, but you can just let the gaze be soft if you prefer. Once again, this circle of protection around us allows us to draw our energy, our attention and intention inwards. To call our energy home from the many thoughts and projects and worries of the day. We may envisage that each inhale, we're just drawing in a little energy, a little light, a little calm. And then with each exhale, each release of breath, we're letting go. So we might want to release tension or tightness that we might be holding on to within the body. We might want to breathe out a worry or a fear, or simply a busy thought. Every inhale, a chance to draw in. And every exhale, a chance to let go. And each and every time we let go, we release on those exhales. It's as though perhaps we can settle just a little more easefully into our place, into our little place of sanctuary. It is safe to let go. Mother Earth has got us held gently in her hands. As we rest easefully, allowing the body to sink and settle into the earth with every exhale. Perhaps on the next exhale, we just envisage that we are releasing the muscles of the toes and the feet and the ankles, letting them soften and settle. Releasing the legs and the knees and the kneecaps, letting them be easeful and calm. Letting the hips and the tummy relax and soften. And letting the breath, the ribs, and the movement of the heart just feel calm as they move with those easeful rhythms of breath and heartbeat. Allowing shoulders and the muscles that run down your back to relax. Allowing arms and elbows, wrists and hands to soften. And finally, allowing the little muscles of our neck and jaw, the little muscles of our face to the very top of our heads, soften and calm. Breathing out any tension, any tightness. Letting it go, releasing into the ether. And as with each exhale we have thought of releasing, we'll think once more on the inhales. And as we take our lovely easeful inhales, we draw in a little light, a little warmth, a little sparkle from the sun and the sky above us. And each time we draw in, we send a little light, a little sparkle, a little warmth to our own inner sunshine. We draw inwards to the solar plexus, so that with each inhale, that sunshine within us glows just a little lighter and just a little brighter. And growing just a little lighter and brighter still, this inner sunshine sends out beams of light that fill the body, shining light and warmth and gentle power, filling every cell of the body with a little light, a little bright, a little sparkle. A little magic from our own inner sunshine as we gently tend the fires within. And we'll just take 2 quiet minutes to bask in this glow, or simply be at peace in this space. The stars nodded. The ocean agreed. The flowers chorused, bloom now, bloom free. And the sun, with her arms outstretched as sunbeams, showed us how to rise again. And so, my beautiful sunbeams, it may be that the next inhale is just a little longer, just a little deeper than the last. You might want to wiggle fingers and toes, or make any easeful movement that feels nice for you. Just gently begin to bring your awareness back to the room, back to your body, and back to the day. We're going to keep our eyes closed for a little longer if that feels okay. What we're going to do from laying is we're just going to soften the knees. We're going to bring the soles of the feet to the earth. And then from here, we're just going to roll to one side in what we call the little yogi recovery pose. You're just coming onto an edge and just taking a couple of breaths. It just stops us picking up too quickly. And again, with eyes still closed, if you can, we'll just gently rise back to an easy seat. It doesn't matter what way you're facing. You can bring the blankets with you if you like. We're just going to hold on to that meditation for a minute longer. Maybe remembering that inner sunshine and those sunbeams that filled our body. Maybe we imagine them now, that our body is so filled with light that the light is radiating out from us like a beautiful aura of golden light, like a shell or a shield to help perhaps with a few of the slings and arrows of our day and week, to help us hold on to our inner light when the world can be confusing or scary. So we'll just take a moment as little sunbeams, little sunshines, allowing that light to radiate out. We take that time to stoke our inner fire first, and then we can shine it out. And those golden rays, that golden light will shine out past that circle we cast around ourselves to begin our practice. The golden light gently opening the circle to help prepare us to return to whatever our day or evening has in store. May we go lightly, may we go brightly, may we go with the little power of the sun within us. So just to finish our lovely practice, let's take a nice deep inhale. We're just going to sweep the arms all the way up to the sky, shining out. Beautiful. Let's bring the palms together and we're going to exhale the hands to heart center in prayer. From here, we can gently open the eyes if they're closed. And to ourselves and each other, we say namaste, namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Blessed be my darlings. Thank you so much for joining me for our very first Yoga for Witches. It was an absolute joy to see you all, some familiar faces, some brand new faces. It was an absolute joy to have you. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out during the week and I can make a little video with any questions you might have about anything that I've sort of whizzed through today. And I really look forward to seeing you soon. And please go forth and have a beautiful day, a beautiful evening. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you so much for joining me, my darlings. Mwah. I send you love. Thank you so much. Thank you, my lovelies.